Hope you guys doing well, and today I'm going to show you that what is the Sass and Sass vs SCSS. So what is the difference between Sass and VS actually? So today's lecture we will start our new series with the Sass. I'm gonna tell you some fundamentals of the Sass. Sass is a preprocessor. What this means is what it take code in one format to output it in another format. Like I will add a class here and some variables here, which is the color, and then color should be black, and then I'm gonna add some color here, so it will definitely add some color, which is the this is our Sass styles. um, if we go to the CSS, it will automatically generate a color with the variable. So this is the difference between the CSS output and the Sass writing code. The Sass writing code is different um, with the style.css. So however, as we will cover in the in this guide, there are a number of benefits to using preprocessor like Sass. Actually, uh, the first benefit is that is separated our working code from our production code. This is actually our development, and this is our production file. So those are the difference from one another. And secondly, we can use the function methods built into Sass to make how we write our CSS more significant. Thirdly, we can use the principles like nesting and partials to better organize our code. Finally, we can expand Sass with the range of third-party mixins and the functions, libraries, and the frameworks. So uh, what is the difference between the Sass and SCSS? Sass isn't the only CSS processor. I'm gonna write here some less here. You may also have heard of less. Originally, less was by far more popular than Sass, because less was far easier to pick up using. For example, if you are working with the less, we will add here for a variable @ sign, and if we are working with the Sass, we need to add here the $sign. So that is the some normal difference between the less and Sass, but the markup similar to the CSS. So however, over time Sass has been the preprocessor of choice amongst the decreasing front-end developers, particularly with the introduction of its sibling syntax Sass. Sass its use are different from the notation of CSS in a effort to speed up development. It employs its own shorthand, striping our brackets, and instead using tabs. For example, I might define some color code here. For a alert box with the following, using tabs, and donate the difference between the selector, and I'm defining a simple alert box which have the color code is black, and the border should be 1 pixel solid. And then so here we got our result, and it will generate the Sass code. Actually that how it will code the generate the code is you can also find out my grunt tutorials, which we have set up a grunt project. We have added a plugin which is CSS min plugin, and the concatenation and uglify plugin to minify the CSS. And also we have added the give me a second, let me show you that this is our plugin which we have handled the Sass compiling. Here it is. Contrived Sass plugin initialized here. So that is how you can set up. You can also explore my video which is grunt. Now I'm gonna show you some of the code here that we have generated already. Once I save this, it will automatically generate the code here, so we don't need to just write only the code here. We need to add some variables which can be generated in the CSS. So actually if we are coming for CSS, this approach is quite different to pick up. Sass was introduced to ease the migration of a preprocessor by the letting us expand the simple CSS we use every day. So the above code example is the Sass would simply be. So looks similar to the CSS. We can understand the understand this. Sass makes the transitions to use a preprocessor which easier by working in a way we already know. Uh, Furthermore, it reduces the behavior of being working with the Sass, because we can just drop our existing CSS into our Sass files, and this will process just fine. For example, if you are working in a project and you want to convert the CSS into Sass, you need to just copy the style, and you can just add a dot scss extension which can generate your CSS code. So your all website is don't disturbed, because if you are working with the Sass, you can easily define all CSS within this within the Sass. So don't worry about that. It is just easy to use, because we need to have here variables, mixins, functions, and much more we will learn in this course. So the that's all for now. This is the introductory video of our Sass course. So in our next video we will learn about the about some of the writing code, which we will describe the some building or blocks of Sass, like variables, and the we can also cover the nesting, how we can write a code within a code. For example, I will write this code within a code. It will automatically generate for me two classes, which is very easy to if you have defined a single section and you want to style or child elements, you don't need to define like this alert box here and then a css here. So you just only need to add a simple class within a class, which will automatically regenerate your css. That's that's why we work with the sass to reduce our development time, and to achieve the goal of google page speed optimization. That's all for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoy my tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon for the latest updates. See you guys in my next video.